Is it time to get out of your own way? Does it sometimes feel like you're doing the right things? You've got the plan, you've got the strategy, you've got the knowledge, but deep down it feels as if there's some invisible thing or force that's holding you back, that's keeping you stuck in that loop of self doubt and overthinking and hesitation. If that's the case, then it's probably time for you to update your head shite, the inner piece of the puzzle that's probably holding you back from achieving the goals, the life, the results that you desire. Now, most people I work with are clever, intelligent, and even very successful. But to go to the next level, to achieve something new, to achieve something different, will require often a different mindset. So when I talk about the head shite, I'm referring to the five pillars that are often misaligned, that effectively we find ourselves running to out of date programming and conditioning. I call it our MOS, our mind operating system, the programming underneath that the mind is running to. And if that's not aligned with what we want to achieve in our life now, then there's a mismatch. So, with all good intention in the world, with all the knowledge and intellect, drive, grinding, motivation, hustling, whatever you want to call it, often it's like we're hitting a brick wall and we're not quite getting there because while that is running to out of date programming, it's going to be exceptionally difficult or much harder than it needs to be to get to where you want to be. And too much focus is put on the outer piece, the external piece, the strategy alone, and it's important, but it needs to be aligned with the inner piece of what's going on inside. So the SHITE framework, the method I use, the five pillars are S, which is for self, self-worth, self-belief, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-love, that inner piece of how we view ourselves, how we are programming to think about ourselves. That will make such a huge, significant difference. And then the H is our habits. Our identity comes to fruition based on the habits that we have in our life. The things we do on a regular daily basis is what's driving us either towards the things we want or moving us further away from it. So, are your habits up to date? Are they aligned with where you are moving now? And then the I is the identity, and that is, how we our belief about ourselves. The identity is the kind of the subconscious kind of pattern of how we view ourselves, and it's this bit that often needs the update and the work. It's if we see ourselves as our old version, if we see ourselves as being a different way to what we want to achieve now, then there's going to be conflict, there's going to be internal resistance. So often it's the identity piece that needs an update. And then the T is our thoughts, is the way we think about what we want, the way we think and talk to ourselves, the language that we use. Is that supporting and encouraging and empowering us to drive to what we want, or is it holding us back? Is it limiting us? Are we stuck in the loop of second guessing and overthinking? And then the E is the energy, and that's again a very significant piece. Are we energized? Are we kind of ignited internally by the things that we say we want? And if it's not fueling us, if it's not driving us, if there are too many kind of mental blocks that are draining our energy resources, then that's not going to serve us well either. Time and time again, I've said if we're running on empty, like a phone, our computer, our car, if there isn't sufficient fuel in there, it's going to be very difficult to get to where we want to be, to maintain it and to sustain it. So have a little think, have a little review. Is your current head shite up to date for where you are now, or is it out of date? And it's not a case of whether it's right or wrong. Like I said, if our phone prompts us, or our computer prompts us to update the latest software to kind of do an update, we just do it. We don't kind of go into analysis of where it's right, wrong, good, bad. Should we hold on to it? Should we do it? We just kind of take a leap of faith and trust and accept the update. So maybe it's time to update your mind operating system. And the first part of that is to check in whether any of those letters, any of those 5 pillars are out of sync, out of date, or not aligned for where you are in your life right now. And then if you are aware that they're not aligned, then there's a kind of a little process you can do to get the reset. And that's just to catch it, to become aware of it, to question it. Ask yourself, is this moving me forward? Is this moving me away? Reframe it and switch it and change it to the opposite. Almost if you were able to embed a new command into your subconscious mind, what is the instruction? What is the command you want your mind to be running to, rather than focused on what you don't want it to do? So catch it, question it, evaluate it effectively, switch it over, and then start to take action and to reinforce it by taking action, taking the next step that's going to help you to get to where you want to be. So if you feel as if in some way there's something invisible, if you feel as if you are the bottleneck, your mind is the piece that's holding you back, then just know that it is possible to update your mind operating system to align you for where you are, for the results, the goals, the success that you choose and desire for yourself, for where you are in your life now and in the future. No, without the need to continually run to the old, out of date patterns and programming. And if this is something you're interested in exploring, I do have a program called Sort Out Your Head S.H.I.T.E. So if you're ready to do that, if you're ready to sort your head S.H.I.T.E. out, then drop me a message, get in touch, and I'll let you know all about that program. But for now, just kind of take yourself through those 5 pillars and have that honest conversation and ask yourself, is your current mind operating system up to date for where you want to be, or are you running to out of date programming? And being aware of it, having that awareness is the first step to being able to change it. So take some time to run through that sequence and then begin to move forward and take the steps to get you to where you want to be rather than stuck where you don't. So any questions, let me know. If I can be of any assistance, or you're interested in updating your head S.H.I.T.E, then get in touch. But for now, take care, have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Remember, what your mind believes, you will achieve.